Well, lovies, this by far has been the most difficult recap to do for you all. Usually I'm on here in one take. This is taking me 5 or 6 takes because I can't get it all in a short period of time. But I'm going to try, okay? So bear with me. So this episode opens up with Kathy being sent to the White House in Olivia's stead to do the briefing. And when Cy saw her, he rolled his eyes and told her, "It ain't going to work, honey." And he was absolutely right. Them folks listened to Abby for all the 30 seconds in that briefing room, and they got up and walked out like she didn't even exist. Poor child. You should never want to be live, honey, because you never know what's going to happen. And then I see Andrew walking around in the White House, like all upright and things, like none of his bones are broken, and he's looking all healthy. And I'm thinking to myself, Sally killed her boy toy, had it cleaned up, and is running for president. And Andrew's still walking around happy? Something ain't right here. But you know, he loves him some Melly now, and she's prancing around in the White House with a little blue dress on, just as happy as she please. Liv asked her daddy to not hurt Fitz. And I'm thinking to myself, is you crazy? And daddy said, I won't touch a hair on his head, but I'm not sure if I believe him, right? Sally is on the news with her daughter who had some abortions, and Cy is running around the White House saying, did she really, really tell women not to have abortions, but her daughter is having more DNCs than a cow? I heard that and I cracked up. I said, Cy is back. And it was verified when he told Olivia she needs to stop sucking her thumb at home because she's mad at her boyfriend and get to work because we have things to do, honey. So then I saw Mama Pope sleeping with this dude, and I'm thinking, he didn't turn into a pillar of sea salt. How? How can anybody sleep with that woman and do it without thinking they're not going to die? But child, when she showed up at dinner with Olivia and her daddy and said the one thing she missed about being in prison was not having good wine, then turned to Olivia and told her she needs to stop meddling in her business or she's going to learn a lesson. And Papa Pope pulled a knife and she pulled one too and said, which one of us is going to be faster? My money was on Mama Pope, honey, and I think Papa Pope knew it too because he dropped that knife and act all nice like, right? In the meantime, Claire, who had told Harrison that she was going to follow Mama Pope to the end of the earth, is now scared, called Harrison to help her, and when Harrison showed up, she was already fresh, dead meat, laid out just so. And as he is talking to Olivia, Mama Pope is telling her, you need to find another line of business because this one's getting real dangerous for you, as she got up and walked away. How did she even give birth and have Olivia grow to the tender age of in her mid-30s without eating her young? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Olivia tells Andrew he has 2 choices: sleep with Melly and be destroyed, or leave Melly alone and become the second most powerful man in the world. Isn't that something? What do you think he's going to choose? I mean, he started by trying to stand up for Melly, but don't you know that punk backed down and told Melly he couldn't sleep with her anymore? But child, I was so happy when Melly walked into that room and slapped Fitz in his throat. And called him just all kinds of evil. But I think Melly is going to have that final payback, honey. Did Huck shut down B613 with the stroke of a finger? Although Olivia worked hard for that. She really had to sleep with Jake and made him think that she meant that, right? And they're sitting there celebrating. And Jake walked in and grabbed Olivia by the throat and said to her, do you know what you did? You just killed the president. Because while all that was going on, honey, Mama Pope had some roses delivered, and instead of having a gun underneath it like any other old regular assassin would, Sister got the Mona Lisa of bombs. Child, I don't know what else that woman is going to do that will surprise me, but Lord, give me strength. I am just sick of these people on Scandal right about now. Good night, lovies.